And we're back because apparently the tinfoil in Cyrus's head may have interfered with my internet in my house. Just as we were talking about the Equisaurs and the fact that there we go. The Equisaurs and Equisaurs are in fact they're larger than horses. Horses are kind of rare in the city.
Cool.
Equisaurs are six-legged, vaguely reptilian beasts. They're not quite as elegant as a horse by any stretch of the imagination, but they are a very serviceable animal.
Nice.
They are generally herbivorous. They're not quite the carnivorous monstrosities that the Antha and the Scarens tend to ride.
Okay,
but,
good.
Horses are quite expensive. They're really kind of a not a luxury item, but they're almost they're just hard to come by.
Yeah. All right.
Most of them have gone wild.
Equisaur's gone wild.
Yeah, exactly. They're not quite as practical, they don't carry quite as much as an Equisaur, but
once more to prove that the internet does indeed have everything.
There you go. There you go.
There's actually a grand picture of I couldn't use the name because it's very close to Thark. It's actually Tark in this particular book, but I don't know if you can actually see it there. It's pretty close actually to the picture that Dell sent me. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this picture or not. Pretty good idea. They're sort of dinosaur-ish.
Yeah. It's kind of like almost like what Thundar the Barbarian rode.
Kind of, yeah. So this is right out of the Revelations of Mars book. That was my favorite rendition of the six-legged, horse analog.
Yeah.
Out of all the things I've picked up, I kind of like that one the best. So that's more of your kind of options. The prices for those are going to be standard, kind of like horse prices. Unless you might unless there's anybody in your party who would not absolutely stoop to riding such a lowly beast. Not that they would be.
Probably pretty sturdy, and they could probably carry whatever. Can they pull? Is there going to be difficulty with them pulling any kind of wagon if we take anything harnesses wise? Yeah.
Well, talking to Cyrus is like, we're not a wagon. You're kidding me, right?
No,
You're going to take a wagon there. It's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. You've got to be nimble. You've got to be quick. You've got to be able to get across the rocks.
You've got to be
able. You'll find out when I get there. You want it or not?
Yeah, you've got to be a mountain beast, is what you're saying.
You want your half? I got my half. But I won't go back out there without protection.
No, you've got all the protection you need with us.
Oh, yeah.
We just need to know what to bring. What is most appropriate to bring for this situation? What do you suggest, Syrus?
Water, food. And it starts rummaging. You can come to my place. I can find all kinds of things. I'll show you. You need rope. Lots of rope.
Lots of
need
rope.
Guts. You need protection. You need strong people. You killed a Sleestak, didn't you? He looks right at Umanak.
Sleestak.
Umanak's not there yet.
Oh, you haven't gone back? Yeah, okay. You haven't. Oh, that's right. You've got
Jasimba came in.
Jasimba. All right.
Yeah, but he's left now too. So Umanak, I'll bring him in a little bit.
Oh.
Carry on.
No, none of us have seen Jasimba and Umanak together.
Yeah. Yes,
How peculiar, Mr. Wayne.
How peculiar. Yes. It's kind of like Yasser Arafat and Ringo Starr. I've never seen them in the same room at the same time.
So is Jasimba's actually coming and went? Is that the idea?
Yeah, you missed the whole conversation. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he dropped out. Yeah, we had a huge conversation.
Yeah.
So what happened? Recap for the game master so he knows what the hell's going on in this game.
Well, you guys, yeah, go ahead.
Well, we'd sent Umanak back. Remember, things sent him back to get his money so he could pay the tattoo artist. Mm-hmm. Well, I think you dropped out about that time, but he came in. He didn't. Umanak didn't come back in. Right. His other character did, which is I forgot his name again. Simba.
Yeah.
Yosimba, and he had bumped into Umanak, and he's looking out on the behalf of his friend to make sure that he says Umanak knows the Sawgrass Plains, and if he's going to be leading us there, he thinks he should deserve a bigger cut to get us there to get the food and whatever. And I assured him that if Umanak headed that way and got 16 kilos of the biscuits and came back, we would indeed give him 1/3 of the cut. So that's about what happened. Then he left off, but I don't know if he's going to return or Umanak. Kind of depends on which direction we're headed.
And since the King Tut icon, okay, I understand now. It all started to make sense. It's all making sense. So, if you in fact go to Syrus's hovel, for lack of a better word, it's quite the interesting place. There's he has in fact it seems to have surrounded the entire place with it's some sort of adobe structure. But if you look, he's definitely poured lead or something around a lot of the walls. He's gone to great expense.
Crazy sucker.
He's got all kinds of bizarre objects hanging up. Some of them just look like rusted out old farm implements. Some of them are things you cannot possibly, you can't figure out what the heck they actually are. Little bits and pieces of metal and wires and just.
Well, why did you lead us here, Syrus? For what end?
Starts pulling out.
This is just junk.
This is not junk. These are relics from the bygone age. They want them back. They want them back.
And I pick up a piece or two, and I'm looking at it, and I set it down.
Put it down. That's mine. That's mine. Mine.
The rope. Okay, hands off the rope.
Just grabbing rope and crowbars and grappling hooks and a whole bunch of little tools and whatnot and things that look like they might be some sort of lockpicks or whatever. And he's just grabbing this and that and the other thing and
throwing them in the bag. I hope.
Oh yeah, we'll need people to carry
Some of this. Yes. Maybe even a wagon up to a certain
water. You attract attention. What do you want? We'll go on to Caravan.
No, we won't.
We're merchants. We're going to Paragon. We're going to sell our wares.
I understand. I understand. Keep a low profile. When should we leave out at night?
Night would be good.
Away from the guards? In which direction do we head, Syrus? What part of the city do we leave out of?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Yes, he's a sneaky one. Yes, he wants to know.
Yes, but we've already made our deal, Syrus. I'll keep to it. You let us there and get the relic, as you say, and come back. You'll get your cut.
I'll get my cut. So, is there anything you fellows want to do before you leave the city? If in fact that's what you're doing.
Yes, I want to get a few hirelings, maybe myself. And this is a question I wanted to ask you. If I could maybe get one or two of my other PCs and you run them as NPCs, hireling wise, or no? I'd have no control of them. You would just.
But if they die, you have to make it.
You have to get more.
Yeah, but it's not that difficult. But they'd be ready for me to jump, quantum leap into the next one.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Pick one of them. Pick one of them.
Well, I was thinking Thuvian, since you already kind of introduced him in the story. So
pick one of them. Yeah, and then it depends if you want to hire some other guy, some other mook or whatever. That's fine too.
All right. We'll pick Thuvian since he's already stuck his nose in our business, and
yes, that's actually not a bad idea. Because we might die, so that it's a good explanation to have the hirelings right there. So we
3 days away, yeah,
exactly.
We'll say the other one's out of town, yeah.
What is everybody else doing? Any other preparations you want to make, or do you in fact want to leave, or what's your intention?
Yeah, I guess we'd buy horses and supplies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Rations. So, everybody needs one horse, I guess, to get on and get down the road.
One horse and iron rations for 8 days and feed and a wineskin and whatever is about 125 silver. So if you want to take off 125 silver and call
that's half of what we got. Yeah, 250.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to nickel and dime you over stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, you will not get an actual horse there, Bran. You will get an Equusar.
Correct.
Okay.
Actual horse would cost them quite a bit more money.
Got it. So,
okay, so we're going to go for the node?
Yeah.
The relic first?
Yeah, I think so. That's what Syrus is getting all of his equipment.
Yeah, the whole idea was to get the relic and whatever little binya you had on hand so that he can stall the Scarans while you go get the huge bunch of kilos, because that's going to take at least a week to go and come. At least 2 weeks. Exactly. 2 weeks, but we can get the relic in 1 week. So we can stall.
And that's also if he can kill one of those creatures. I mean, we're getting scarce out there too, right? So they're not just I forget what I called them, but they're not as abundant as they once were. Right?
Oh, so procuring the binya involves killing a creature?
Oh yeah, it's the stomach contents.
Oh
man!
Oh, so that's really cool. So it might even take longer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, you
just feed it some Ipecac.
That's one way to get it.
Yeah, that's one way to get it. But and it's almost like a ritual to go on a hunt for one of these creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's not done lightly, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, that's the thing in itself.
Not going for the binya right now is because this is faster.
So here's a rub while you guys are discussing all this sort of stuff. Is as you're talking to people trying to grab people to go with you.
Yeah.
You're able to get one other guy. Like most people are just turning you down.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to convince your friend to come along with you. And one other guy. The thing is, they want 20 silver a day because you're going out. There are no anthem patrols. It is dangerous. You're asking to go out like on some damnful adventure. They're not going to risk their necks for nothing.
Well, about the only one I can convince is to bring along is Thuvi and myself, because he's just as crazy and as much of an adrenaline junkie as I am.
He still wants the cash.
Oh yeah. I'm going to pay him the cash. So I'm saying that, but the only one I can convince to do it, even with the cash,
Right. I mean, there's another guy that will come along too for that much money.
Okay. All right. A day, 20 silver a day. All right.
A day.
All right.
I don't know where you're gonna get that kind of money.
Well, I got 50 gold in my pocket, but
20 gold. Yeah.
20 gold.
Only worth 2,000 silver, but
That's what I meant. 20 gold. I had it written down.
Nice.
But I got since I knocked that down, I got 125 silver in my pocket, so I can afford to do it. 20 times 6 or 7. Yeah, 120. I got it.
Right.
So.
All right.
I'll go ahead and pay him halfway and then halfway back. All right. 1660.
And will Bran be trying to buy a horse, or will he settle for one of these hideous Equusars?
No, he knows that getting a horse in the city is not worth it. It's probably going to be some underfed run, so he'll take the Equusaurus. Eventually, if he can get a real horse, he'll.
Gotcha. So then, of course, Syrus doesn't have a Equusar. Really seems to spend all his money. Gonna need some kind of food, and he also requires that we bring a barrel of whiskey.
Oh, wow!
Hey, but you got some of that at the house, right? Those I mean, from the stock in Porthalian's house, shouldn't he have a cask of whiskey or something, or ale?
Yeah, he's got to have something, I suppose.
Yeah. So I mean, we could dig that up, dig some rations up in the house and stuff, especially all the money you're spending on, keeping upkeeping the place.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want to grab some rope or stuff like that, because
well, he's got a bunch of rope.
So who's buying his horse?
His horse?
His Equusar.
How much is each Equusar again?
If you add the Equusar is 100 silver.
Yeah.
But then you need like feed for the horse and water and rations for the I guess Syrus is buying his own water and rations, right?
No, he doesn't have any money.
No, so we gotta feed him too.
Sucker.
So let's call it 125 silver, or the same as we're paying for us, right?
He's melting down all his money.
The hirelings, they're not gonna walk, are they? They need sand. How many guys you hiring? Just two? Two being and this other guy who you can name.
Yeah. Okay.
And our original share was 250, right?
225.
225. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I can chip in for one of the horses, right? I got mine, so I got 100 left.
Right, you get extra. What was it? 40,
6, I guess. 6 extra.
25 silver.
Oh, that's
that I give you.
Yeah. So I still have 125 left. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we can get his food and rations out the house, I think.
No, you can't. The house is really can't. Like already, I'm like the house manager is totally giving me the evil eye. Like, what are you doing? Like, listen, Asper's like, we have to run this house.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm doing is while I was out getting my horse and whatnot, I take one of the gold pieces and I trade it in to get more silver because I anticipate paying the rest of these guys back. Okay, so how much is each gold piece worth?
50 silver.
50. All right, they got me 50. Will that do? As far as any extra,
so
I take it to
gold. 5 gold buys you 2 horses and rations.
Yeah.
And
well, I've already bought mine out of my share and even got a couple of hirelings. So what I'm saying is, how much more do you need to get?
Well, I figure like every guy you bring along is going to cost you at least $1.25 and a horse and stuff. So
okay,
it looks like somebody with a lot of money is going to be paying for all that.
All right, $1.25.
All right, I'll pop. So.
Yeah, so we're bringing Syrus and 2 hirelings. Is that what you said?
Oh,
all right.
Sounds like it.
That's 375.
Yeah.
Plus,
and you're gonna. Plus, I gotta have a horse Equusar for one of my characters.
5 gold. I'm down to 15 gold now.
Yeah.
Easy come, actually,
it's like, man, we had no idea Thane was so wealthy.
Yeah.
You
got resources.
I'm definitely playing it off. But what I do is give him. I got 15 gold left. I go ahead and give Parthalion 5 gold worth of silver.
Oh, nice.
And that'll let him. I tell him that I take it out of mine. And then I have a couple of friends who are coming along that I know from the militia. So I'll prop myself up. Yeah, my mates are coming to help us. This is a good thing.
That 1,000 silver is for what? For paying the hirelings or for paying the house staff?
Well, I mean, whatever.
Now I'm saying you paid the hirelings and this is extra for Parthalion? Is that what you said? I kind of lost.
Yeah. I was giving you that to go into whatever you needed to disperse it to.
Oh, okay.
To help.
Yeah, that helps for the estate. I don't know how much the estate is going to cost monthly, but hey, certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we'll be back maybe with some more goods.
Yeah, so thank you, Thane. This will certainly keep the estate running
Just a little bit of silver. That what was the main mage there? What was his name? Syrus, yes. Syrus's been good to me. So I want to return the favor.
With this much, you're certainly welcome at the estate as long as you care to stay.
All right, thank you, Master Parthalion.
Are you guys at the estate, or are you at Syrus?
Yeah. I've came back to him to give him the money of the estate. I've already collected my guys and came back there. Yeah, let him know that I got a couple of men accompanying me.
Okay. So I'll have Jasimba knocking at the door.
Okay. And
they let him in. So,
okay.
So he comes in. He's kind of looking around at the place. Looks like it's seen better days.
Show Simba, where is Umanak?
Umanak, yes. Well,
is he on his way to do his business? As we discussed?
Yes, my friend. Yes, he can be, indeed. And I can accompany you on your journey and assist you while he is gone.
Yes, and I hope you told him we will pay him 1/3 of the money when he gets back. 1/3 of his share.
Of course I have. Yes. Oh, you must be Prathlion. Are you? I didn't know you were still alive.
Yes.
Aren't you a little old to be going on these sort of excursions?
A bit, yes. But one must do as one must.
Yes. Well, hopefully you're up to the task.
Yes.
Yes. I am just Simba. I have heard a little bit about you. Not too much, but you have somewhat of a reputation.
Unlike some others here, Parthalion has proven himself.
I cannot say I know of you, Master Jasimba.
Oh, please.
What is it that you...
Master Jasimba. No. I am not Master Jasimba. You don't. No. I am just simply Jasimba. Yes. A student of Najnahal of Dartlaxa. You may have heard of her, the great sorceress.
This is what? A priest?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, you're breaking up. I don't know if it's me or if it's you. One of us is really slow. You said you were a student of what?
The sorceress, Najnahal. Of course, you must have heard of Najnahal.
Oh, he's a sorcerer too. Yeah, that's right. I forgot.
She.
So yes, of course. I've heard of him.
Her.
Her.
I forgot he was a woman.
I meant her. Yes, of course.
Yes, just a simple student of hers. Yes.
I see.
But yes. So I heard your master is not around these days.
No, unfortunately, he is missing.
Oh, how unfortunate!
Yes,
I am sorry.
In his absence, we are trying to keep this estate running in the hopes that he will someday return.
Yes, it must cost quite a penny to do that.
Yes, quite a penny indeed.
Yes. So, so I will accompany you and your companions, and in Umanak's place while he takes care of procuring the binya.
So Umanak's going to go get the binya, which is an interesting thing. This question: who's got the black marble?
I think
that would be Parthalion.
Right? Still has it. Yeah.
Okay, that's just good to know.
Yep.
Well, at this point, Syrus is really desirous of getting out. It's getting to be nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to go.
Yeah.
Time to go. He's going with us?
Yes.
Yes, Earl.
Yes, everyone you see here.
We're not going to bring the Sleet Stack Killer? Ooh, that's too bad. I liked him. You don't have any tattoos, do you?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No. I don't believe in scrawling upon my skin. No. That's tribal stuff. I'm not quite into that. No.
He just turns, looks to Bran, and he goes, he probably won't live. Okay.
Those tattoos work, man. Let me tell you.
Let's go. It's time to go. Time to go. You want to get it? My half, your half? He's not going to try to take more of another half, is he? We can have 3 halves.
Calm down, Syrus. You'll get your half.
And so we're going with Syrus and Thuvian, and what's the other fellow's name that you've hired?
The one I hired was
Thuvian.
Yeah, but then
I hired 2. Let me
Arias.
Arias. There you go.
There we go.
Arias, that's a good one.
Thank you. Coming into the clinch.
Right on.
Oh man, draw nothing but blanks.
Yeah, Thuvian's already helped himself to a little bit of booze, and so he's all right. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go for a ride. Arias is just looking a little bit grim, but he's been paid a little bit, so
yeah. I think Thuvian and Bran are going to get along quite well. All right. Well, lead us, Syrus.
All right. We all ready?
Is it? Yes. Are the twin moons up?
The twin moons are up, but they're small. They don't shine. They don't cast a lot of light. There is some interesting looking stars in the sky. So he leads you out of the city, and he starts to lead you out in a direction which, oddly enough, is actually in the direction of the Sawgrass Sea. Of course, it's not not quite as it was like 3 days ride, so it's not going to be anywhere near as long of a ride.
Okay. But
he starts leading out under darkness, which is odd because generally people do not go out of the city at that time. But there's farmland around there. It's all irrigated. It's not like nobody lives out there. Your beasts are cooperative for the most part.
Okay. Are they loud beasts or are they rather quiet? I mean,
well, how loud is a horse?
Okay. All right.
They're a little louder.
A little bit heavier, a little bit louder. Okay.
A little bit heavier, a little bit louder. The first day's ride passes without any real incident, as he's taking you into some rougher areas. You pass through areas of scrub because the area out outside the city is irrigated.
Yeah,
it starts to get a little bit more rough. You can see why he said no wagon, because all of a sudden you're going off regular trails.
Okay.
Let's see here. What do we got? Interesting. And you actually, at some point, you see, like in the distance, like on more like the road, you see more a caravan.
Okay, coming toward us.
No, they're actually going in the direction of Paragon.
Okay.
This is a road that, like, it goes sort of towards the direction of the Sawgrass Sea at first, and then just takes a hard right. But the city of Paragon is another one that's a few days ride away from here. It is the next biggest city around.
Okay.
Okay, and this is still on the road, right? So if we see the dragon, we can assume they also come from Vesta.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Can we notice any markings on there that might clue us into who this caravan belongs to?
There are enough markings on it that you can see that it's definitely like the House Thorn.
Okay.
Thorn.
There are quite a few guards around this caravan as well.
It's very sunny.
Very few. There's a lot of guards.
So it's
around the caravan.
Like, is it very sunny? Like, we got a lot of sun beating down on us here?
Yeah, reasonable amount.
All right. Anyone have a parasol of some sort? A
what?
A parasol.
A parasol. I did forget to procure one before we left.
Is that some sort of weapon?
No, that's the thing. He wants us to carry his fat butt down the road.
I'm afraid. All such amenities
from the sun.
Oh, protect your skin. Protect. Oh, yes. He wants to protect his skin. Yes, he does. He does. Oh, he's
then it's armor that you're talking about.
No, then it's tinfoil.
Yeah, Syrus comes.
Yeah,
comes
Syrus.
With this
stuff,
and he's got this stuff that's like tinfoil, like the saloon, and he starts molding this thing and starts putting it around your head. Yeah, it keeps it off.
All right.
Perfect.
Not quite what I had in mind.
But he's kind of molding this hat to your head at this point.
All right.
This keeps the eyes off, the sun off, and the death rays out.
Thank you, man. This is wonderful.
That's a bargain.
Okay.
All right.
10 for that.
This Hawthorne, how far ahead are they of us, in front of us?
You're kind of at this point. You're going up in another direction, so you're kind of on some hilly areas. They are, like maybe like 200-300 yards away from you.
So I'll ride my horse up to where I'm guessing Thane and Bran are riding at, and I'll whisper to them, perhaps we should keep our distance from yon caravan. We don't want to meet any old acquaintances, do we?
Yes, it might not be best to let them know that we're out here. And it seems like they're well guarded.
Say again?
There's nothing to be gained by speaking with them, is there?
And everything to lose if anyone recognizes us from our visit to their establishment the other night.
Yeah, I do wonder what they carry. Do they have wagons? Do they have anything that?
Yeah,
they're obviously guarded.
Yeah, and it's not unusual to see merchant caravans going, to and from the cities.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's a pretty vibrant trade.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I want to naturally stay a little bit away from to not be seen or kind of, not go faster than them as we're veering off. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Is go our own path and let them go their own way.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. The rest of the day, unless you're looking to do anything else, passes without incident. And mercifully, Syrus has decided that perhaps sleeping at night is a good idea.
Okay.
As we've been traveling quite a bit.
His tinfoil hat must have overheated with all the blazing sun on the.
Are we going to be sitting some sort of watch, or what's the plan here?
Yeah, I want to take first watch myself.
I'm going to leave the watches to the fighting men, I suppose.
Right.
Yes, that's a good idea, Pratt.
I'm sure we can have two of you in areas take watches as well, so that's not an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah. I require my rest too.
So Thuvian areas, Bran and Thane.
Right. So I'm gonna need Parthalion to roll me a saving throw.
Roll well, my friend.
I'm gonna say that a 2 is not a success.
Generally, versus most saves, no, it is not.
No, it is not.
So, at night, you wake up, and you can hear voices in your head.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to hear the shh.
It's exactly what you hear.
Well, oddly enough, you do kind of hear a little bit of that in the background.
On the background, yeah.
You got to zip that lip.
Yeah.
But you hear kind of like this, like more like voice that's like it actually like ringing in your head, and it says, "We require the etheric." Wait a minute. Make sure I say this correctly. The etheric conduit.
I'll say we do not have it. The Scarans took it.
The Scarens have the etheric conduit. We require another.
What will you pay for an etheric
The machine
conduit?
needs it. We require one for the machine. We promised the other one the stones from the earth.
What manner of stones?
The stones that men value.
Gemstones?
We require the conduit. And you hear, like, almost like a little bit of conference, like as if there's more than one voices. Yes, gemstones. We require the etheric conduit. You must bring it to us. Where is the Scaran?
The Scaran has left the city of Vesta, but they will return in 6 days' time. Perhaps you can follow them from there. Can you sense? Can't you sense my location from this link?
Roll me another saving throw.
10. Not good.
As I say, it's the save versus magic.
Yeah, I know, but I'm rolling bad today, so.
Right. You start to feel a kind of compulsion.
Oh.
To report back to them. Let them know your progress. You start to understand how you can use this little marble, this little device, to call them back.
Okay.
It's like
awesome.
And you kind of essentially be given like instructions to make contact with them.
Okay.
Soon.
But okay. Okay.
And then also this kind of link is like sort of severed.
Okay. Excellent. Fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
The rest of the night goes without incident. Nothing really happens. And everybody wakes up refreshed.
All right. Good.
Well, I'm not quite refreshed, really. My back is somewhat sore from lying on the ground.
From lying down on the job, no less. Syrus, how much more of this travel do we have to?
Another day or two. Another day or two.
Day or two, yes.
Yeah.
Let's get on our way.
I don't know what you're so worried about.
Let your hat point the way.
Yes.
You know something? I feel I should tell you this now, seeing as we are friends.
Yes, now's good.
Everybody that went with me the last time died.
Was this your doing?
My doing? Why would I kill my guards? I barely made back with my life. It's dangerous out here. Why do you think these things cost so much money? The eyes watch. But if you wear the hat, you might live. He might live. He might live. They might not see him.
Yeah, that's why you're leading.
Alrighty.
Lead the way. Lead the way, dear Syrus.
So he continues to lead you throughout the rest of the day. Next day really goes without any sort of incident as well. Third day.
Good. They hate to run into some of the seconds.
Right. Third day. He's saying we're getting close. We're getting close.
Okay.
And
how close?
It's close. And you're going up into more like mountainous, hilly sort of territory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's about late afternoon when you hear the sound.
Okay.
And it's what kind of this crashing sort of sound. There are some dead trees around the area, some live trees as well. But like you can hear like some like you see one of them like actually fall. There's like a little hill obscuring it, but you see like one of the trees just get pushed over. You see little bipeds like running for their lives. These little kind of dinosaur-ish looking like ostrich-like things, running like crazy. They're about man size, and they're just like sprinting all over the place. They're your equisaurs start rearing up a little bit because these things just come out of nowhere. And you hear this god-awful sound.
Uh-oh.
You're not sure what kind of throat could actually make that sort of sound. And then crashing through the brush is... It's the size of an elephant.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of looks a little bit like an elephant, too. Except it's got four, like, not really trunks, but sort of like tentacles. You know, at where its mouth would be, surrounding a beak.
Oh, cool!
And let's see. Everybody can make a bushcraft roll.
It's an owlephant.
It's an owlephant.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Everybody can make a bushcraft roll here.
It's an octophant. It's an octophant.
Excellent. I rolled a 1. And I have a 5 out of 12.
Right. Oh yeah, you're dead on. Anybody else?
No, I got 4.
Okay. Are we using 12s or are we using 6s? Or just
I used the 12 or 6.
Just roll.
Okay, I rolled a 2 on a 6-sided dice, and I've got 1.
Really? Okay. Right. Apparently, Jacinia has been out in the woods before himself, and has seen or heard one of these things before.
Oh.
And anybody else managed to?
Nope. I rolled
City
6
boy.
and a 6 out of that.
City boy.
Yes, exactly.
And what about Parthalion?
No, 4 out of 6. So
4 out of 6. Let's see.
We're out of our depth.
Man, I tell you what, Jose may have my copy of this book.
No.
That's an octophant.
Octophant.
That's what this
nice.
thing looks like. And
Awesome.
It's got some other kind of name as well.
That's right. That's the Mars book, right?
That's Holloway.
Yeah.
So it's like literally some unholy combination of an octopus and an elephant.
Awesome.
Lucinia and Bran know these are extraordinarily dangerous. They are carnivorous. They will, absolutely tear up anything that they get their hands on or beak on, as it is. And
you did not know what these creatures were, Master Parthalion?
I have not seen them before.
But
I suggest now it's not the time for study.
Run!
Let us run.
Run away! Exactly.
And unfortunately, Umanak is not with us because here's his next tattoo.
Oh my God, that's hideous.
Or this one.
But we're running, so it would have to go on his ass.
Oh, hey.
So you'll start running for your life.
Yes. Or riding for our life.
Riding
for your life. Let's see how your horses do, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm just gonna roll them a saving throw versus absolute effing terror, which they get a 1. I kid you not. That is a 1. That is a 1. We rolled a 1 for absolute terror for the horses.
Nice.
So your equisaurs are like freaking the heck out.
Oh no.
Oh, stampede.
I'll tell you what.
So what do we have to do now?
I'll tell you what. Roll me a d6, everybody. Just don't roll a 5 or a 6.
1.
2.
3.
Okay, and let's see our brave men here. Oh. And let's see how.
Uh-oh.
You're not going to believe this, but
career of Arias. I have
Syrus and Arius get knocked off their equisaurs. Like literally, neither of them seem to take any sort of damage.
Oh no!
But they're freaking out. The equisaurs are running off. This creature is now going to bear down upon one of them. Which one will it go on? Odds is Syrus, and evens is Syrus.
Oh no!
It is odds. I kid you not. This thing is going right for Syrus. Syrus is screaming.
Oh, no.
And this creature is now bearing down upon him.
Okay, hang on. Wait a minute.
Initiative.
When I see that, I will say
you're running away.
No, can I like stop the horse?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so I'll say
I am magnanimous. The dice are not, but
I'll say
the horses are freaking out.
Grab Syrus. I'll hold the monster, and I want to cast a spell.
Okay. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll initiative because this is technically combat.
Okay.
And the monster will roll just the regular roll 6-sider.
4.
All right. He rolls a 3.
Oh.
And you're rolling a 12-sider for spells, right? So.
Oh, that's right. Let me roll the wrong die, but that is a 4 again on the D12.
Okay, well, see, a karma. Anybody else? And anybody else going to be doing anything? Or
I rolled a 5 because I'm going to try and gallop to get Syrus out of there.
Okay, and let's see what Syrus gets here. We might as well roll for him. Syrus rolls a 6, so Syrus is just paralyzed with terror. Thane.
Okay. Initiative was 8 for me, I believe.
Well, it depends on what you're going to do. It's a 6 if you're doing any kind of like just random action.
Okay.
If you're actually going to try to attack something, then it's then it would be a D8 for a melee weapon.
No, I'm just gonna where I had broke away and left. I'm just gonna circle back around now that I hear the cries of the men falling down and realize who it is. So I'm gonna start charging back on the horse. Okay. But it might take me a bit to wrestle him up, you know what I mean?
Okay.
To get him to go in that direction. And I get a 1.
Okay, so you're on really good initiative, actually.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start with 1.
All right. Well, that's all I do is just wrestle. I have to steer the beast back around. It's just obviously terrified, and then I start running toward it with the intent of trying to get there to pull the men out of the way, or at least.
Well, Syrus is the one that's staring down on, so.
Yeah. Well, I want to get the attention of the beast, while Bran, you know what I mean, runs up to grab him. Okay, so
eat me, I'm tastier. Hey,
Yeah. Well, I'll.
Okay.
Yeah. Just make a commotion or whatever like that. I'm gonna try to run up and bump into it with the beast I'm riding.
Okay, let's see how it works. Oh, well. All right, go ahead. I'm going to leave that right where it is.
All right.
You're kind of.
I'm charging him or whatever like that, and I want to kind of bump the rear end of the beast on the side, side swiping as we're going by to try to get him to get his attention away. And
you get his attention incredibly well. Your Equisaur is not particularly excited about doing this, but you do manage to bump into him.
All right.
The creature is sort of like turning in your direction.
All right.
At least one of the tentacle tusks or trunks are kind of like snaking around your direction. In the meantime, who's on 2? Anybody? No? Okay. Nope. Beast is on 3. You have definitely gotten this beast's attention. It is not going to try to eat Syrus. It is going to try to eat you.
All right.
Okay. What? And let's see. What kind of armor class are we dealing with here?
We are dealing with 14.
Well, let's see what happens here. Let me just double check to make sure. Oh no, it's okay because I rolled a 1.
Okay, good.
But the beast has now been diverted, so it's like it's going around. It's trying to grab you with this. It was trying to grab Syrus, so it's a little bit confused. It's very pissed off though.
Okay.
But I think it's so enraged at this particular point. It's just missed you.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to come up and hit its hindquarters and then go around it, so it would have to spin around to follow me.
Well, it's following you,
later.
trust me. Who's on 4?
Yeah.
I am on 4. I cast then I make a symbol in the air, and I say I don't want to say. I cast a force of forbiddment, so that the creature cannot pass beyond a certain point, assuming it has 6 hit dice. No, less than 6 hit dice. So we'll see how this works. First, I need to roll the saving throw because it's a 2nd level spell. I'm going to spend one of my slots to help me with the save. So I got to roll a 12 or more on the dice, and that is a 13.
Okay, so you managed to pass.
So it managed to pass. So if the creature has less than 6 dice, it cannot move past a certain point. I'm holding it in place.
Okay.
It's being blocked by a wall of magical force. It can do a saving throw versus magic at -2.
Right. That is an excellent spell, actually.
Yes.
Okay, and what is Jacinia doing at this exact... Jasimba, rather, doing at this exact moment?
Jasimba has ridden off to a safe distance, and now he turns back, and he is surveying the situation to ensure that his companions aren't surprised by perhaps another creature that might come out from the woods or something, or from behind a rock, and to give them fair warning. So I don't want to be in the heat of the battle and lose the 10,000-foot picture, so to speak.
Okay.
Such a fop. All right.
And where you're trying to prevent this creature from going? Like you're trying to get him to forbid him from advance past a certain point where?
Well, I'm guessing the creature is over there and we're over here, so I don't want it to come in this direction. I mean, I want to stop it from coming in this direction.
Okay, I got what you're doing. All right, and now that would be Brand's up?
Yeah. So he'd try to gallop up to Syrus and try to help him up behind him on his Equisaur.
Okay, that is easy enough to do. I mean, you don't even need to roll for that. This point, you're that good, even with something that's not a horse, to get up there. He is more than willing to jump up on there, and he's like, ride. It'll kill us. It'll eat us alive.
So, and that's the plan. Try to get away from it next round.
Okay, okie dokie. Give me an initiative, guys. See what happens.
6.
What's the situation now? I mean, how long do I need to hold this thing? Because I can keep holding it.
It's a concentration spell. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. You're probably just gonna have to keep concentrating to make it work.
Okay, so I'll roll the D12 again.
Oh yeah, I don't even think. I mean, I think at this point that's what you're doing is concentrating. Isn't that the idea?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is one of those ones where you're just sitting there concentrating.
Sure. Sure. No, I didn't know how to work that.
That's a concentration spell.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? Who else? I mean, I've rolled. So, like, anybody on a 1?
No, I got a 6 myself.
No. Anybody on a 2? How about a 3?
I have a 3.
Okay.
I'm still watching, making sure that nothing else sneaks up on them.
Keeping a watchful eye.
Classic wizard move here. This is great. In the meantime, let's see. Syrus is literally just hanging onto the horse. Anybody on a 4?
I'm on a 4. Yeah,
all right.
I mean, Bran wants to get Syrus away from the monster and hopefully towards one of the runaway Equisaurs, right? So we can remount him at some point.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You can start riding in that direction.
All right.
And was staying up in a 4 too?
I think it was a 6, but I was going to mention about Thuvian and Arius.
Oh, yeah.
working in
Thuvian and Arius have, Arius is kind of running at top speed. Thuvian is on his beast.
Okay.
And it's still a good distance away. Here's the other thing that happens.
All right.
The creature is now still after Thane. The wall, you can see this kind of shimmering wall of force in between the creature and Thane. Parthalion, you feel almost as if you've been slapped in the gut. As you can see this wall shimmer, and this creature just pushes right through it.
Okay.
With this mighty bellow, which in a meta sense would be like this thing has more than 6 hit dice.
Okay. Hey, it was worth a shot, man. It's one of the best spells I saw in that book. I've never seen it before. It's like I got to get this spell.
And let's see. We'll go odds evens here for a second with this. Alrighty. There's good news and there's bad news.
Uh-oh.
All right.
The good news is that the creature, even though it rolled a 19, did not hit Thane. The bad news is the bad news is it got your horse. It got your Equisaur. Now you're still attached to this Equisaur. It wrapped a couple tentacles around it, and it is really just buried its beak right into this beast. The thing is freaking out. There's blood gushing everywhere. You're still kind of attached to this thing. And let's see. This is a good time to cut it. Should we stop right here?
Yeah, it's a good hip clanger.
That's a good cliffhanger.
Okay.
Nice.
This is one of those sessions where it was like almost all planning, but
That's
okay. Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it.
But at this exact moment, we're gonna let it fade to dark as there we are, and you're still attached to this thing. I imagine you have some kind of all kinds of. I'm sure you got your feet in the stirrups,
Yeah, my eyes like saucers, and
it's got two other.
I got airbags on this sucker.
Yeah, it's got 2 other tentacles that it theoretically could wrap around you next round, as it tries to devour the beast, and you'd probably just be like the tail end of the sandwich. But So we can see that kind of picture of the 2 tentacles just flailing around the air, like kind of slowly snaking around your back.
I'm just the olive on the sandwich. Gee whiz!
Wait, you said you put cheese whiz on a sandwich? What?
Yeah, gee whiz.
Gee whiz, cheese whiz. Yeah, might as well be. I'm the parsley.
That's where it is right now. You literally came this close to not having a guide and not knowing, being way out in the wilderness with no way to figure out where you were, and that was the dice were not with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I need him to at least get us to the place and the item before he dies.
Then we can give him to the next elephant.
If this had been on the way back, that guy would have been dead.
Nobody been rushing to pick him up at all.
Keep going.
We've been cheering him on.
All random.
I was like, bon appetit, elephant.
I couldn't believe who actually fell off the horse. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And then it's him and one other guy. I'm like, okay, odds evens. I'm thinking, okay, the retainer's going to buy it probably. That'll be funny. Nope, that's going right for him. Like, well, I got to be fair. And there it kind of goes. So, and it was just kind of and really, your brave move really kind of saved him. But it's probably a good thing you brought your other character.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I was about to say. That's what I was thinking too.
Because let me tell you, it was odds evens at that point, whether it hit you or your horse. And if it hit you, that thing,
Oh yeah, it would have swallowed me.
Yeah, I figured it does 2d6 damage with its beak, so it's I'm kind of making up the stats and this thing. But so I mean, it already did something like 8 to this horse. So once or twice, and you're dead. So
that would have knocked me down halfway.
I got a chance to cast that spell. That spell is really sweet.
It is, and it was just the wrong hit dice. But I've used that to great effect. That is one of the best spells in that game.
And it's the perfect situation because it's a charging animal.
Right.
Right, because everything else, if you freeze it in place, if it's they'll shoot you with arrows or something. If they're not charging, they'll go around. I don't know. It seems like the perfect spell to hold a charging creature.
Yes, good thinking.
Yeah. Well, I think we did a lot of planning, and we got up to the point to where we're very close to the entrance there. So I think next time it'll probably be all, you know what I mean, all dungeon crawl action.
Yeah, the ruins,
yeah.
I mean,
if we make it past this out of them.
It will be kind of sad, seeing as you know, the brains of the operation, the wheeler and the dealer, will probably be elephant food in the next 5 minutes of the game. But
and the rich guy,
and the rich guy,
and the rich guy.
Yeah,
I'm really
picking gold out of elephant.
Yeah, no, he'll swallow that gold. Yeah.
It's really kind of interesting how Thane has all of a sudden become this wheeler and dealer, and he went from being kind of this quiet like guy that just needed a little bit of money to.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, the way I'm planning him is he's kind of like he got an adrenaline rush when he was young, and then he got caught, and it sobered him up.
Yeah.
But that raid we did kind of, you know, make him an adrenaline junkie again. So that's why he's.
And he thinks he's a gangster. I kind of like him.
Oh yeah, he's a new minted gangster, so he's going at it, but he needs to be out of the city, you know, going back, you know, out to the ruins or get the relics or whatever like that to kind of fuel his need.
I think it's of the utmost importance that we roll up areas for next session, because otherwise somebody's going to have to wind up playing like Syrus or something, and that's going to be bad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You go ahead. That's how we did. That's how we did our retainers. And when I played this game for the very first time, it's like we hired them. And then it's like once you got a retainer, you know, Joe said, "Go ahead, roll his stats."
Yeah.
But I mean, wherever they fall, that's what they are. Like, you know, I mean, I think he might have let us, like, you know, switch one stat, and with the understanding that they start out as like a normal man, and then I think the idea was you could choose: do you want to make him a fighter, or do you want to make him a specialist once they get a certain amount of experience points, you know?
Cool.
And that's how I got my backup character. That's literally how I got to keep playing, you know, after my wizard bought it. So
Awesome.
Yeah, next time I'll just roll up King Arthur and then Patsy. We'll just pass the coconuts back.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we thinking 2 weeks from now, or is
I kind of put that in my schedule as that.
Yeah, every 2 weeks. Yeah, that'll be the 25th. Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because you're incognito for.
That's right. Yeah.
I will terminate the broadcast, but at this point, thanks for watching, kids. Even though it was interrupted.